Back to the 90s, an era when metal turned underground and where subgenres such as melodic doom, death metal flourished, crossing many borders into uncharted territory. Black Death may not enjoy that surprise effect, but it makes up for it with the quality of its music. Striking melodies and an aesthetic that will fill the shoes of the most nostalgic, it is not, however, an album that lives in the past. It simply explores aesthetics that are no longer used but are still effective. This is the third album by the American one-woman band Exiled Hope, which presents extreme gothic metal that will fit right in with those who like to combine melody with heaviness, although melody is the winner in the competition with heaviness. A certain classic flavor, which curiously reminds us of more classic proposals from Greece, such as Rotting Christ and especially Septic Flesh, in the 90s at a time when the bands were more melodic. Spanish death metal has always presented us with quality, but over the years and today, that quality is at a higher level. Proving our theory, we have Unbounded Terror with Something is Rotten in Humanity, the fourth album of their career, which is a blast of impressive quality and has a taste of old school that die-hard fans of the style won't be able to resist. Debut album by Californians Wrath of Logarius. When it comes to California, it's not the immediate destination, or when you think about it for a long time, for black metal. Which is good, it gives you room to be surprised. Positively, which is what happens. This album presents itself as black metal, no doubt about it, but it's not exactly full of commonplaces, although it keeps its stylistic identification well within everyone's reach. It's the slightly melodic and melancholic atmospheres that give it its own personality and make it stand out from the rest. A nice surprise. This is the debut album from the Americans Behölder, who bring us epic doom metal as if we were in the best of times for heavy metal. We get a classic heavy metal feel reminiscent of the revival of the genre, but then we also get doom metal a la Candlemass, all while managing to establish an identity of their own that is given to us over the course of 8 classic songs. This is an album that brings hope back to the North American underground of traditional metal. They may be outnumbered, but their talent makes up for all the empty space begging to be filled. An excellent debut album. League are synonymous with good Swedish death metal. With their 4th album out, they shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. And they're not, at least not here at World of Metal, where Necro was received with great pomp and circumstance, or as they say, a lot of furious headbanging. From the gravel and the distortion, to the sharp rhythms and the vociferous voice, all the elements we love so much are present here. The reference to Swedish classics is there, but so is the sense of presenting something new and not just recycling old ideas and riffs. A classic waiting to be discovered by all classic death metal maniacs. Tómarúm left us very impressed with their debut, so expectations for this second album were very high, and they haven't been disappointed. Having gone from a duo to a quintet, the exuberant ability to compose songs where technical and progressive elements merge with an epic sense of storytelling, with death and above all black metal tones, has not been lost at all. An album with plenty of material to take us on a journey through the best that extreme metal has to offer.
You don't need an introduction for a band or music to win you over. The music should always speak louder. When it's what's behind it that fascinates us, we don't need the music to be in the background. But when it's the music that brings us the main sensations, then it's guaranteed that we have the makings of lasting entertainment. That's exactly what we have here with Hamelin, the debut album by the Greeks King Garcia, an instrumental progressive rock band that brings together two strange or less usual in rock instruments, the trumpet and clarinet, resulting in a mix that is as passionate as it is addictive. Highly recommended. Messa, one of the most exciting and dynamic doom metal acts, are back with the spin. 10 years into their career, this seems to be the best way to celebrate a decade of great music. With more great music, far from falling within the well-defined boundaries of the genre, the spin is especially energetic. The post-punk ambience is still there, but it's spiced up by the metallic and rocky drive of excellent riffs and splendid guitar solos. Everything is in such great perspective that just a brief listen will be enough to convert you to Messa's genius. There's no turning back. Every time Allegaeon release an album, you have to bow down to the magnificence of their work. The ossuary lens is no exception. It could always fall into technical exaggeration. It wouldn't be the first band to do so, or give in to the temptation to go down more melodic and accessible paths. It wouldn't be the first band to opt for that route either. What we have is precisely what we wanted, a perfect balance between technical death metal and melodic death metal, which materializes in the form of 9 memorable and ultra-entertaining songs, not counting the short intro refraction.